Welcome everyone, BFME 2, patch 1.09 and HD edition. Today we're gonna have 1v1 on Westfold, and it's going to be Goblin against Isengard, so the matchup that most of the players have struggled with. In the bottom right side we got Isengard player DarcReaver, we're gonna call him Dark, and in the top right we got Scarecrow. So Goblin against Isengard, as I said, most of the players got struggles with this map, with this matchup rather. And the map is Westfold. Most of the players are not familiar with this map. That's because most of us playing on Forza Horizon 2 and Reskins for some reason. Even our director and GamingPlace.org addressed to us that we should get a chance to other maps, we should play other maps. This is why tomorrow we get 1v1 alternative map tournament, and Forza Horizon 2 as well as the Reskins will not be allowed. Anyway, Dark decided to go for 3 furnaces, and off top this we got Workbed, while his opponent of course is starting with 2 tunnels into the Goblin Cave. And I think the other builder is somewhere over here trying to sneak up. Oh yeah, we got here on the middle another tunnel. So the thing is, Scarecrow got early advantage because his units are faster and he will make lots of them. And while the game progresses, and while Dark will be able to come up with a plan and fight his opponent, he will get an edge, he will get an advantage over his opponent while it's happened. Of course, he needs at least defend pretty well in the first like 5 minutes of the game, and then came up with the plan and just attack his opponent. This most likely how this kind of matchup, Goblin against Isengard, that most of the players get struggle with, looks like. And it's not easy. It's not easy from Isengard's perspective. Nonetheless, it's possible to win Isengard against Goblins, even if such a map, such a big map as Westfold is, because there you can definitely place lots of tunnels, you got lots of creeps, lots of variants of creeps, because we got Goblin lairs, Work lairs and Troll lairs near the inns. But nonetheless, there is a possibility that Isengard could win, and I hope that this matchup would at least show us how to do it, or how it meant to be done. And first thing, when you got Work Riders, first battalion is an aggressive stance. This is because you would like to move faster out of your work pit, but then they could be on defensive mode while they moving. But of course, if you got them on defensive mode, you will let your speed go, like 15% less speed will be used. So this is why I think Dark using them, or aggressive stance. And Hawk is good against structures, to be honest. If you want to destroy structure, you could definitely use Hawk ability. We get bats, kind of useless used over here. We got lots of goblins. If you got at least 3 battalions of goblins, that they will gain 33% of damage more if you stack them, so this is very important. And Hawk shouldn't be used if the K-bats are on those Work Riders. Still, Dark was able to get out with his Work Riders battalion. I think it will survive or not. Let's see. No, the poisonous just killed them. So first battalion of Work Riders on level 3 has been killed, and Goblins are trying to get into the furnace. They will be able, I think, to do it. Oh, not really. A really good kill over here, really good protection. And we got the Builder. Builder will be catched, Hawk is going to be used, and Builder from Goblins are going to be killed. On the other side, there should be another cave, or maybe a fissure, which we see. We got fissure with Troll Cage, with trolls on the way. And we get from Isengard Uruk Pit, and Uruk Highs will be pop out. We got as well Berserkers. It's misunderstanding of the map actually, because pikes shouldn't creep the Goblin lair. It should be done by Uruk Highs or Work Riders. Of course, you use Work Riders to defend your base, so Uruk Highs should definitely creep this Goblin lair. But it just shows that we are not playing lots of other maps than Forza Horizon, and we don't know which creep is where. Because I think that Dark was trying to creep, and he was thinking that this creep is instead a Work lair, which it's not, and he lost almost entire battalion of pikemans which is quite costly for Isengard in this point of the game. Anyway, he's trying to move forward, which is very important, but he got to knew already that his opponent got at least Fisher, and he's puppeted some trolls with a stick. So those Work Riders maybe catch and kill, even if Palantir is on them. As we can see, they've been trampled. They trampled the Goblins. They've been catched by troll and killed entirely. So the Palantir has been put to waste. Doesn't do anything, and just skill been wasted over here. We got another battalion of pikemen on the way, but at the moment, without defense, Isengard is completely open to the attack of Goblin warriors and this one troll. So they should at least destroy 2 furnaces, maybe some damage towards the first one, or those furnaces may be, of course, delayed and cancelled by Dark, which will give him a little bit of resources from it. As we can see, Work Riders just catch the tunnel of the south side of the map near the troller, and that's very important as Isengard to catch all those tunnels that Goblin create. Of course, it's not that easy because you got limited moves in the beginning. You got to protect your base, you got to attack your opponent. You can do it with only 1 battalion of Work Riders. That is not that cheap in the beginning of the game. So your micro got to be on point. As we can see, Scarecrow is just punching those Urukhais. They will definitely be killed. We got another troll, and this troll is moving towards Work Riders, punching them one by one, killing them, as we can see. And Scarecrow could even micro with trolls. Let's be honest, he could even micro with this troll to not allow him to die. He could even destroy this furnace, which I said he could at least destroy 3 furnaces. But he is aiming for the fortress, which is not the greatest idea. As a goblin, you should definitely destroy all those furnaces around, all those structures, definitely the Uruk pit, and then just aiming for the fortress, because then the fortress will be alone, and nothing will stop you from doing it. Let's check the resources that we got. So Dark got almost 1k of the resources, and he needs to spend them on the pikemen and Work Riders at the moment because he lost quite a bit. He needs to recreate his furnaces, so it's not the greatest. He's not in the greatest position over here, and he's constantly getting bent off by his opponent. His opponent is going into this base and trying to destroy structures that we see. But at least Dark is able to catch up the builders. They're completely out of position. They're near the base of his opponent, which shouldn't happen. We got pikemen on the field, we got Work Riders, so this troll could be killed. But of course, with a good micro and those goblins on the pikemen, it could go either way. So we got tunnel near the base of Isengard, and Work Rider has been killed. Pikemen, there are only like 10 pikemen left in this battalion that have been killed by Goblin warriors. And now Isengard is trying to attack his opponent. He used Palantir to increase the speed of those Work Riders in attack, but they are not enough to destroy the Goblin lair, Goblin cave on level 2. They've been upgraded to level 3 at the moment. And we got Wetzman of Dawnland destroying the work pit, as well as this Uruk pit is in danger. So what Goblin is doing is getting resources from destroying the structures of his opponent. The only battalion that is over here are crossbones, and it seems that Dark is not able to hold on against Goblin in this map at least. It's really hard to do it, definitely without another Uruk pit and without good economy status. So most likely we would like to go with cave bats, and then for some devastation and industry to boost your economy and create more units than your opponent. Just outspam the goblin, which is really hard to do. Goblins are really cheap, but if in some point you will be able to do it and get the pressure in his side of the map, you will definitely be able to win the game or just push it to the later state of the game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this 1v1 on Westfold. I would like really to cast other maps than only Forts of Eisen 2. I will be able to do it in yesterday's tournament, so be there. So we will see definitely lots of other maps, lots of other matchups. And Have a fantastic day. Feel free to subscribe and follow me on Twitch. And may the force be with you. Bye bye.